Hello, Major Malfunction here, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the K-Bar Fighting Utility Knife. This particular model is the 112, and I'll show you here. And this particular one is made with the Kraton G handle, and it's made from a flat ground 1095 steel. Let's take an overlook at this knife here. And this one does have some battle damage already. I've been taking it through some stab tests, and I have yet to break the tip on it. And a little bit of dirt here. And I'll have to say that between this and my Swiss tool, apparently my Swiss tool wins in terms of hammering tests. And I have a little story to tell you guys after this. I'll put that aside. And this I bought with the Kydex sheath. I prefer the Kydex over the leather sheath, but in terms of everyday carry, I'd probably carry this in a leather sheath because they're a lot more socially acceptable. And I did my own little modification here. I had some 550 cord, because you never know when you'll need extra slack. Or if I carry this, I can just loop this around my leg. It's a little bit excess slack, but I can just tie it. No big deal. And to be honest, I have not figured this part out except to make it longer and have it as a drop holster with this extra clip over here. And other than that, I kind of just keep it in the back, out of the way. I had this as a side carry. And one nice thing, one design thing I have to point out here: when you open the box, they have a special instruction that probably most people never read. They just kind of open up the case and, oop, there we go, we take it out. But one particular thing that K-Bar does is this is a pressure type system. And when it locks, you notice here that this part holds down on the guards over here. So when you take this out, it specifies that you push against the back, push it somewhere around here, and it'll just simply release it. I'm not sure how many people may or may have not noticed that, but K-Bar was pretty adamant about it, and I think that some people might have broken their cases that way if they pulled it out straight. And I've made it a good habit to push against it and pop it out. So, a little minor detail here. You have a little exert so you can expel water in case you drop it in the water or something, or rain affects it or whatever. And what's also nice is that you have the option of popping it either this way or this way. So if you're one of those kind of people who are used to popping the button by sliding your hand across, actually I prefer it this way. This is just my personal thing because I carry this on my left side. Swing my hand across, pop the button open, and pop right out. And you have the option of doing it the other way too. What's also nice about this rotating thing, not really necessary, but it's a great to have additional thing, and it keeps it pressed against your body better. Now about the knife, this is let's see, how much does this thing weigh here? 0.006 pounds. I'll annotate the conversion to ounces, but it's a pretty heavy duty knife. It's pretty heavy, and for its massive size of 7 3/4 inches, this has to suffice for its weight. The overall length of the blade is 11 3/4, so you have a 4-inch handle, and it's great. It's comfortable. This design has been around since God knows when, since at least early 1900s, and it served in both wars, this particular design. And I've been told by some veterans that have used this particular knife that the weakness of this blade is actually the guards. They tend to bend. I'm not exactly sure what type of steel they use, but they tend to bend. That is the only weakness of the blade. But other than that, it's a great knife. 1095, just be careful, it may rust. That's probably the reason why they always have these coated. And if you're one of those kind of people that are freaks about the coating, I just say don't worry about it. I mean, I sharpened this knife and the shine just got even bigger because I have a slightly different angle. Because when they sharpen this blade, they ask at 20 degrees. I put it at 21 degrees, have a more finer edge. What else to say about this knife? This knife is very strong, thick body. It has a real thick body. I don't see how anyone can break this unless they put excessive force on this blade. this blood groove over here, I've learned recently that this blood groove is really not a blood groove. When you stick a knife into someone, more than likely you can pull it back out. The particular reason for having a blood groove over here is to make the knife lighter, because it's already heavy. And it makes sense. You retain the strength of the blade while just removing some excess weight that you don't really need to carry. This fighting design is an extension of a Bowie design. Notice here that it curves down like a Bowie, but it's a fighting style, meaning that it's actually made for stabbing and piercing things without having this top part necessarily sharp. I had debate about making this sharp, but I decided not to. I would prefer to keep it not sharp. I like to have one side as the edge. I also chose semi-serrated for the reason that I can cut more things than just my little 550 Griptilian. Oh, and the story about how I got these bumps down here between my Swiss tool and this is we were at our school, and we were practicing archery with his new bow, and I never realized how strong a compound bow is. And it just so happened that he launched it, and he let go of the blade of the arrow too high, and he hit into the wood, and it actually penetrated almost to the other side. So what I did is I took my multi-tool and I started pounding it on the back to try and get the arrow out, which we eventually did, and became useless because the arrowhead was damaged from the start. But we wanted to take it out so we can have that target usable. And as I learned that this K-bar here, it lost the battle between my Swiss tool. I was afraid my Swiss tool was going to get damaged. I was wrong. It was the K-bar. So if you're one of those kind of people that are cosmetically anal, this may not be a knife for you, but a knife is a knife, and you have to use it for what it's worth. And for the price that I bought it for, its value with the Kydex sheath, I'm not sure how much it is, but this knife itself is worth about $90. You can get it probably cheaper online, but overall it's a good blade, full tang with the pin over here that keeps everything together. Full tang knife, great value blade for the utility. Of course you can find cheaper ones, but for the history and the proven technology that's behind it, it's worth your money. And this is my review on the K-bar utility fighting knife. This particular model is the 1211. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.